Okay, here's a video on how to write an equation when you're given slope and a point, but the point isn't the y-intercept. So let's say you're given the slope of 5 and the point to -3. So if you were to graph that, and I'm just going to freehand it, like 2, -3 would be down here, and they're giving you a slope of 5, and they're asking where's it going to cross the y-axis, because they want you to put it in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. M is slope, you've got that, but b is specifically the y-intercept. So the biggest error, they always have one like this on the final. The biggest error is people just shove -3 into the b, thinking that that's the y-intercept, but really -3 is sitting, 2 -3 is sitting way out here. It's not going to cross anywhere on this y-intercept, so you have to find the y-intercept. So there's a couple different ways to find it. Probably the quickest and easiest way is to think about using y equals mx plus b and to fill in what you have. You have m, so I'm going to put a 5 in where the m is. You have an x and a y, but they're just not the x and y that crosses the y-axis, but you can still use them. You have an x that's a 2, and you have a y that's a -3. If you put that into your equation, you can see that you've got everything in there except for b. So that means if you solved it, you'd know what b was. And b is that y-intercept. I don't know why they call it b, it's crazy. So I get -3 equals 10 plus b. I subtract 10 from each side. I get -13 equals b. That means that somewhere way down here at -13, wherever that is, that line's going to cross. So now they're asking you to put it into this slope-intercept form. So your final answer is y equals 5 for the slope, x minus 13. So in the slope-intercept form, the x and y are back in there as x and y. The b is specifically the y-intercept. So that's what it was asking you on the Chapter 10 review. A bunch of the problems asked you for the slope, and then they asked you to write the equation. That's what they were looking for. So here, you can try one. So let me give you a problem, and then you can pause the video, and you can try it on your own, and then play it and see if you got it right. So -6, 4 is the point I'm going to give you, and I'm going to tell you that the slope is 3. So go ahead and pause it and see if you can solve that, put it in slope-intercept form. Okay, so again, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to fill in with the slope, the x, and the y, and I'm going to solve. So 3 times -16 is -18. I'm going to move my 18 over. I get b equals 22, so my final answer is y equals 22. Oops, y equals, the slope was 3, so 3x plus 22. Done. So you can try a couple more of those. There's in the exam bank, there's a bunch of them. And if you wanted me to check your answers, you could try some and then send them to me and I could check them.